sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We begin in Doha, Qatar, where Secretary of State Antony Blinken has just responded to Hamas' latest call for amendments to a ceasefire deal with Israel.
Hamas has proposed numerous changes to the proposal that was on the table. We discussed those changes last night with Egyptian colleagues and today with the Prime Minister. Some of the changes are workable, some are not.
Blinken says it's, quote, time for the haggling to stop. He says the U.S. and other mediators will keep trying to close the deal. Today, UN investigators released a report finding both Israel and Hamas guilty of war crimes in Gaza. A just-released report finds Americans are spending more on things like groceries and clothing, but the rate of increase is slowing down. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger, the Consumer Price Index is up 3.3% from a year ago. That's down slightly from the previous month's rate at 3.4%. When we remove food and energy, which are pretty volatile, the core rate is up 3.4% from a year ago, an improvement from the previous month where it was 3.6%. All of those numbers could factor into the Federal Reserve's decision on whether to begin cutting interest rates. The announcement's expected in a few hours. They're getting soaked in Florida. A month's worth of rain is expected to fall in the next few days. This driver was stranded in flooding in Sarasota.
When I was stuck, I kind of thought, maybe I should get out and push it, but it's got my hair done, so I don't want to get out and get it wet.
Yesterday, they got 6.2 inches of rain in Sarasota. That's the most in a single day there since 1940. The question is, what next for Hunter Biden after he was found guilty at his federal gun trial? Correspondent Weijia Jiang is at the courthouse in Wilmington, Delaware.
Sentencing will likely happen sometime in the fall, and President Biden has said he will not pardon his son. Hunter Biden faces a second criminal trial in California on tax charges. That is set to begin in September, and he has pleaded not guilty.
30 years ago today in L.A.
A passerby walking down the sidewalk observed the bodies of a female white, approximately 30 years old, and a male white, approximately 30 years old.
Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman were murdered, leading to what many called the trial of the century. Former federal prosecutor Lori Levinson.
In terms of the legacy of the O.J. case, I think it will always be remembered, literally, for being one of the trials of the century, where America got a stark look of what's happening in the courtroom.
S&P futures are up 39. Dow futures ahead 252. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 54 degrees in Oakland, California.